Hi, how's it going? In the last lesson we talked about minor planes, and in this one we're going to talk. We talked about major planes, and this one we're going to talk about minor planes. And so in the last one I talked about the plane is essentially a flat surface, a flat, simplified surface that usually is represented by a box. And now I'm going to talk about minor planes. So the simple answer is that major planes are, larger forms, right? They can be bulbous as well. They can move around, but the general idea is that it's a flat side, it's generally flat side. So you can have like a bulbous shape like this, and then this is front, this is still up. There's one over here hidden down, and there's one in the back there going away from us, and then there's one coming kind of slightly toward us at a 3/4 angle. And so you have a shape like that. That's a major plane. So minor, it's essentially smaller shapes that make that up. For example, so if you look at that, and you're gonna have smaller planes. So let's just say it has this accordion look. On that side, that major plane is still facing this direction. The overall side is doing that. Oops, let me draw the top plane here. And let's just make this other side plane flat for the purposes. So this is all one major plane, but you're seeing inside of it are these minor, smaller planes. So these minor planes are different direction, but the overall major plane is facing the exact same direction as this. This is the same, it's in the same spirit as this. So if you were having light cast from this side, let's say light's coming down, this is gonna have a shadow on this end, on this plane overall, and then these smaller ones are gonna have, smaller different shadows, but overall they're gonna be in shadow. And the same thing goes for this. So these are in the same general idea. It's just that they have minor planes inside it. You can see how this is useful for facial features. The eye socket, the nose, the chin, the mouth, and obviously there's some on the side as well, but you can see how this would help to know. So that's really minor planes. It's just smaller shapes inside a larger plane. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions. That concept is still a little bit foggy, and I will, if I need to make an update, video on more about it, let me know. So when you look at minor planes, within the features of the face, like the eye, the nose, the mouth, there are planes within those as well. And you can people have made construction. They've constructed kind of shortcuts of the head already. Because people are generally have the same features: eyes, nose, mouth. Obviously, they're in different locations, they're in different sizes and different ideas. But there are general pre-made planes of the head that Asaro made. I believe Andrew Loomis has one. And they're all, I'm going to be honest, they're all very similar. Very similar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to one right below this video, and you can download it. And what I want you to do is I want you to draw from those. Draw from those. That's what I did at the start. It helps immensely to learn the general planes of a general head. Because what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to draw something at the head at any angle, pretty much. When you draw from life, when you draw a portrait, there's going to be the nose, and it's going to be a weird angle. You're going to be looking right up their nose or something like that. But because you know the planes these preset planes, these predefined, right, planes that artists have used forever, you will know how to position the nose in a way that it doesn't look weird. Like this will save you, and this is part of a good foundation. So download that, and I want you to draw from that. I would say draw each head. If you want a homework assignment, draw each one of those heads at least 3 times. Some are more complex than others, like the back of the head isn't as complex. But I would say draw each of those at least 3 times. The more the better, the more you ingrain it. Try to draw it from memory if you can. It's a great exercise. And that's pretty much it for this lesson. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any questions, I'm going to be updating these videos. The entire goal for me is to create an entire free program on how to draw a portrait. Going from nothing, from knowing nothing, doing exercises, and eventually being pretty, decent at drawing a portrait. You don't have to be like the master, but you're since where you're coming from. But you'll have a good idea. You'll have a strong foundation of drawing a portrait. So, that's pretty much it. I'll see you in the next lesson.